What's going on, everybody? This is another kind of sort of reaction video, which it's about something I saw earlier on the news, but I just kind of started thinking about it, and I have some thoughts. So, as many of you probably saw, the CDC released new guidelines for masks and social distancing today. Now, what I want to talk about specifically is how they worded this, which was tremendously interesting to me because I watched, not the whole thing, but I watched a lot of the CDC, basically the conference they had, and Dr. Fauci was speaking. Some really interesting stuff about the new vaccines and how they're affecting coronaviruses and animal testing. Not necessarily COVID-19, but the ones that, some new vaccine technology. It's fascinating stuff. But what I noticed specifically, and more so how the pundits were talking about it afterward that struck me, is essentially, and I'm paraphrasing, but essentially what they were saying is that vaccinated people can now not wear masks indoors and outdoors, and that that no need to social distance, this, that, and the other. And I remember doing a bit of a double take, thinking like, well, wait a second here. Like, the CDC can't actually tell you what to do. They've released guidelines, but the wording is such that they're not even suggestions anymore. It sounded like giving orders. And then even, I think a little bit after that, the Biden administration sent out an announcement saying, about the new rules. And I'm just like, wait, these aren't rules. These are guidelines. These are recommendations. And my whole point here is that whether or not you agree with them is irrelevant. The fact is that they're not calling this what they are. And I found that tremendously interesting, especially considering they're still talking about doing these vaccine passports, which for those of you that are more curious about that, we did a solo special, the Average Intelligence podcast, that I did on the COVID passport. So you can watch if you want to hear more of my opinions on that. Don't want to bore you with that. But yeah, I found that tremendously interesting. I wonder if anybody else caught that.